She tried to tell me no.
She was pretty excited out there.
Yeah.
I just walked right in.
Okay.
We'll be here past 9.
Thank you.
We have 6:09? Yeah, that's what I meant. I think that is youth mix night, 6:11?
Yes.
The lessons.
They're gonna move all their meetings to 6:30.
Okay. And they're
For the
the 4th and you're the 2nd?
Try not to have any study sessions for long.
Can we do study sessions?
We've heard that before.
If we have to.
We can, we'll just have a special meeting. We'll probably have one in June. May's already been busy.
See, we're still gonna have the one in May, the code enforcement one, or no?
We're gonna attach it to before another meeting. Right, for me.
Not
No, on the,
the same night as you.
no, the 7th, we're gonna have safe built here at 6:30. I wanna hold off on code enforcement, because I talked, working with Maria, the code officer, I got to introduce you yet. She's gonna spend the next month enforcing what's on the books.
Okay.
And then we're gonna revisit that, because she's already has some conflict, not some conflict, but some, she's enforcing it as it is written. And that was an interesting place.
Yes, indeed.
So there's a lot of conversations we need to have, but I said, we'll jot down all these items that people are telling you, what they like, what they don't like, which isn't necessarily the bottom line. But code enforcement, I think, needs to be one of two things. It needs to be the purpose of maintaining property values and making the town look nice. Number 2 has to be practical. So every time she was telling me in Greeley, when she worked up there for 3 years, they had a requirement that 50% of your yard had to be vegetated and had to be watered. What? No exceptions. 6:30. They wrote out warnings for people who didn't water their yard. In Platteville, that will not work. It's crazy.
The town had a special session at 6.
Well, it had to be green. They have a color chart.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I was renting a house there after I got divorced and they came in.
Did you experience that?
Yeah, they're like,
I only knew about
something was there.
Okay.
That didn't need code. I'm like, well, I'm just renting it, so I'll let the
Oh.
owner know.
Yeah, yeah, because I got an email from the town that the 6.
I'm gonna wait for you. Cool. Ready? I call the order of the special meeting Tuesday, April 23rd, 2019 at 6 p.m. Can I have a moment of silence for all those serving inside and outside your border, please? All right. Will you join me and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, can we have roll call, please, Mary?
Mayor Adrian Sandoval.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Larry Clark.
Here.
Harold Leggett.
Here.
Nick Ralston. Spencer Bradnan.
Here.
Troy Blum.
Here.
Hope Morris.
All right, next item, approval of the agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda, please?
Make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Audience participation. Okay, no, seeing none, we're gonna move forward with action items. Purchase approval 2015 Chevy Equinox, Mr. Rankin.
Thank you, Mrs. Mayor. Just to summarize, this past fall, we established a 2019 budget. The board, to discuss with the board establishing funds to replace, or actually since replaced, we haven't had an admin vehicle for a number of years. Code enforcement vehicles, I'll get to in a minute, we have a lot of inconsistency over the years as well. So we budgeted $25,000 in the capital improvement fund to buy a vehicle that was code enforcement and administration, dual, because I can't just buy one for both. Since Maria Pena, our new code officer, was hired, which I still have to introduce you, I started looking, looked a little bit on new, decided not to, it's not justified, I can't justify that, so started looking at dozens of used cars, white, because their fleet is white. Some high mileage, decent price, others were too small. This vendor I found is a Chevy Equinox 2015, listed at $13,988. Toby said you go $13,500. I looked at Kelly's Blue Book. It ranges from $15,100 to $13,900, depending on. I mean, they actually drove it down. I drove it. Retired couple, Grand Junction, bought it years ago as a, they call it a snowbird car because they live in Arizona and they lived here. It's a lot of road miles, 60,000 miles, 4 years old. A little above average, but not too bad. It's amazing what you find out on the market anymore. Since I announced last night's meeting, I know there's been some talk out there. I didn't mean to cause a stir, but we are currently selling the Chiefs of Open Stillfish tomorrow on a 2010 Crown Vic. From my experience in law enforcement and administration, I do not let the non-sworn, non-hand-carrying code officers drive police cars. Prime example, my first year law enforcement, I worked for an agency that when deputies retired, they put them, quote, out to pasture. That was terminology. They had them serve civil process papers. Two of those deputies got shot and killed because they were mistaken as a police officer. They weren't even carrying a gun. So I know that's extreme. That's just my belief. I don't want code officers that aren't carrying old cop cars. Not in this, they agree with them. I didn't want to spend the whole budget. This is $13,500. Looked at Purefoy Chevrolet, looked at Gent Chevrolet, looked at Toyotas and everything else, but this was the best one I found out there. Over the years, I've been able to, through grant processes, I bought 9 vehicles, 4 for Public Works and 5 for the PD. Branding, averaging $45,000 a piece. It's over 400,000 vehicles we bought in the last 6 years. The town's cost is 17.21%, so we only spent just under $70,000 on those 9 vehicles. So I try my best to save money, to spend the town money very wisely, as I think I am doing here. Going back to the Crown Vic, we're selling it as it is. The chief was very blunt with people. It runs. In the last few years, we put a lot of work into it, money into it. Mike saw it, getting parts and pieces fixed. It was used on patrol. That's 116,000 miles, but we told people those are a hard 116,000 miles. High-speed pursuits, a lot of idle time, so on and so forth. So we're not trying to sell a lemon. We're being blunt with people. So what it is. Currently run, tomorrow may not. So I'll just be very candid about that. Our code officer hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 3. That'd be the primary purpose when she's working. Late in the day, they're in the front office. They run the bank. Sometimes go to the post office. Sometimes there's training. It's not a daily use, but it's occasional use. But having a vehicle for them, it's nice to have. I think it's a good buy. I researched it. I pulled up the Carfax. It comes across green lights all the way, which is good. I didn't see any accidents or anything. I could shop for weeks and months for a used car, but I decided this is what I'm close to the board because it's about half budget, and I feel comfortable about it. It's big enough to hold dog poles, big dogs in the back. There's portable cages that we buy that we stick in there. We don't spend a lot of money on that. That can be taken out if they have to haul something bigger. Plus the whole front staff can jump in there and go somewhere if they need to. So I'm open to any questions that you have. I'm asking the board based upon what we budgeted to buy a used vehicle that I feel is a reliable vehicle. I know everybody has their differences that we should drive vehicles until they just stop working, and I don't have that belief whatsoever. That's how it was when I came here, and I got to a situation where my entire fleet was falling apart. That's when I started writing grants. This one doesn't qualify for a grant. So
but it's half of what we budgeted for.
We budgeted 25, so just over half, 13.5, and that's it. There's no taxes, there's no closing fees. Toby, the salesman, said that would be the total amount.
Well, Troy, I appreciate you, giving some history of all that and how many vehicles we purchased and our cost compared to what we would have paid. So I think that's important for the community to understand that we're not just buying vehicles nilly-willy, you know, out there to have all these vehicles out here. So I think that's important for everybody to understand that, you know, we are getting new vehicles to replace vehicles with a lot of miles on them. And it's, you know, we gotta have a rotation process, otherwise, like you said, when you come in, everything went to pieces, so we gotta have that. So I think it's a good deal, good price. It's I think that'd be a good code enforcement and multi-purpose use vehicle for the town to have.
Where would the remaining money just stay in the budget, or would you have plans for the rest of the 25, or the, I guess, 10?
I will likely approach the board in the future about how to reallocate that to some other project.
Okay. So in the savings, it's gonna just sit there until we find some other budget that's sufficient.
Because it never fails, you set the budget, something comes up.
Yeah.
Never ever fails, and that's the way it works.
For repairs, could that be used towards, I mean, if there were anything that did happen, new tires, whatever, catastrophic happened to this vehicle, that money be used for maintenance and repair on it?
Not really, because it's a capital improvement fund, so once we buy the vehicle, routine maintenance would come out of the general fleet for public works. And, we really don't have a budget for that outside of public works.
Will it be lights or anything like that, upgrades?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, we're gonna buy some magnetic decal stickers to go on there, that class is a Town of Platteville administrative vehicle.
Okay.
For code enforcement, I talked to David, and we have some magnets we stick on when she's working, this is code enforcement, so she's clearly identified. And if Mary needs to take it to a clerk's conference, we just pull it off, hang it up. So we can reuse it. So, it's not something I wanna really put permanent decals on.
Yeah.
I like cop cars that fully works. The only one in the fleet that really needs to be replaced, as you all know, is the public work director's truck. He's driving an 05 Ford, and God bless him, I told him he's not a priority. You know, I need this right now. You know, and I replaced all his fleet vehicles, but my justification is I had to have the guys on the streets having new vehicles, and not that he doesn't work, but it's not the same. He understands that. He'll be the next one when the time comes. So, I'm open to any questions you have on this, and I apologize for late notice. I talked to the dealer, and they weren't willing to wait until the next meeting in May. So I said I wanted to talk to Mary yesterday and schedule a call for tonight. So.
They're in the business of moving vehicles, not sitting on them.
Yeah.
Any other questions, comments, or concerns for Mr. Rankin? All right, I'd entertain a motion, please.
So.
I move to approve the purchase of a 2015 Chevrolet Equinox from Centennial Leasing and Sales, 4730 South College Avenue, Fort Collins, in the amount not to exceed $13,500, and authorize the town manager to execute any necessary documents.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Oh, we need roll call,
Yeah.
please, Mary, thank you.
Harold Leggett,
Aye.
Nick Ralston,
Aye.
Spencer Bradden,
Aye.
Troy Blum,
Aye.
Larry Clark.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Moving on to reports. Anything to add, Mr. Rankin?
Not this time. I know we still have a couple weeks before our next meeting on May 7th. The May agendas will be very busy, just so you know, on the 7th and the 21st. We have a lot on the plate tomorrow.
Anything else before the board? All right, we're adjourned. Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
everybody.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
I knew your speech was gonna take you over, I'm like, man, he's, you know.
I wonder if he
He just loves to talk.